Hey guys, I'm just Jershin and welcome back to some more March Madness. Today we are taking a look at the gym leaders for the Johto region. If you're very confused, you're very lost, you have no idea what we're doing, go back to yesterday's, or I don't know when I'm going to space these out. You can tell by the Taco Bell shirt. By the way, I just got invited to like some Taco Bell beta program. How fancy is that? To try the new quesalupa? I don't know what that means, but I may go try it. It looks pretty good. I'm wearing the same Taco Bell shirt, and it's not because I'm a disgusting human. Well, that is true, but it's not mutually exclusive. It's not because I haven't showered. It's because about 3 minutes later. And, well, I went and addressed my work stuff, but it's okay. I'm back on my lunch break, and we're going to do Gen 2 right now. Go back and watch the other video. Check it out. You'll know what we're doing. It's March Madness, except this time without Pokemon, we're doing the gym leaders themselves. I don't think I explained very well, and maybe I didn't think in my head until about halfway through the video how I was going to be judging these. Obviously, with Pokemon, it's, and to some degree it's true here as well, you know, there is some gut feeling and just how you feel about the character in general, but in terms of what I'm actually judging them on, I'm not only taking their party comps, their type, their party that they've chosen to make up, their character design, the overall theming of around them, the motif, etc. But I'm also gonna factor in, I think, their gyms as well. The gyms, if you assume that the gym leader is the manager, the CEO of the gym, and they get to choose how the gym gets laid out. For example, Blaine in spoiler alert in the Kanto region, I gave a lot of credit for the trivia questions. Is it a little bit of a simple concept? Maybe, but I like it. I miss trivia nights. Please, would any of them open up soon? Please, 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 just could we end this thing? I'm gonna take their gym designs and things like that into consideration as well. Now, does that mean big rips to most of the early gym leaders because it's just a simple path forward with one little baby with a Rattata before you fight them? Yeah, probably. But maybe not. Okay, today we're doing Gen 2, the Johto region, my favorite region. Favorite gym leaders? Probably not. A little bit of a weaker bunch here, I would say. Still pretty solid. But a little bit of a weaker bunch here than the Kanto region. But that's mostly because I kind of started dipping out of the anime around this point. I don't even remember if these guys showed up in the anime. I'm sure they did. Ash pretty much exists to try to get gym badges, so they had to have shown up, but I don't remember them very well. Now, I do remember these two, except I'm having a little bit of a crisis of conscience here. We got Bugsy over here on the left, and we've got Jasmine on the right. I don't know their political ideologies. I'm talking about positionally. Since when did Bugsy have purple hair? I'm having a little bit of a freak out here because I saw it and I was like, oh, a net, that must be Bugsy. But does Bugsy not have green hair? Maybe I'm incorrect. Maybe they updated him since maybe I'm thinking of his sprite in the OG gold, silver, crystal, and maybe they couldn't put that many colors on him, so they just made it the same color. I don't know. I could swear, someone look it up and let me know. I'm 90% sure that dude's hair used to be green, but it's purple now, and that's okay. I'm not gonna hold it against him. I am a little bit. I don't love the purple hair. I think the bug theme looks a little bit better if he has green hair, but that's okay. Bugsy's the second gym leader. Jasmine, I believe, is supposed to be the sixth. Again, you get some weirdness in the first couple generations, the way they didn't block off certain towns. You can kind of choose your own path. I know a lot of people think that's cool. I like having a linear path throughout the entire game, so, and I always fight Jasmine 6th, so before Bryce in the 7th and after Chuck the 5th, so she's usually the 6th gym leader for me. So a little bit later game. Bugsy is Azalea Town, 2nd gym, bug type. While the first couple members of his party are pretty underwhelming, I think it's literally a Metapod and a Kakuna. He might have a Beedrill sleeping in there, I can't remember, but I want to say he's got a Metapod, which is pretty darn boring. Obviously, it all comes home to roost with that beefy Scyther chilling in the back, Fury Cutter from that thing, you're donezo. Rip to my Chikorita stands because I don't know how you made it. I literally don't know how you made it past this man. Well, probably catching a Geodude, but I don't know how you made it past this guy with Chikorita. Thankfully, I was a Cyndaquil boy growing up, and then a Totodile boy much later in life. Totodile still didn't have that much trouble in this second gym. Obviously, Cyndaquil, Quilava at that point just burn through the entire thing, so very easy. Jasmine, on the other hand, has Steelix. Steel type, a new type newly introduced into the generation, very cool. that they would give a gym leader one of the new types to show off. Now, there weren't that many steel types themselves, and I believe her team is like 2 Magnemites and a Steelix. I should probably look these things up so I could accurately judge them and not just... I may send someone ahead because I think they have a Pokemon that they don't actually have. So I should probably do my research, but... Look, the core component of her team is a Steelix. Steelix is one of my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon. I'm giving her huge props for that. I also just like her... she's got an interesting juxtaposition here. Bugsy, you look at this man, you go, he's a bug trainer. She seems like a nice, sweet... You first meet her and she's caring for a Pokemon up at the top of the lighthouse. She's like a nice teacher almost. And then she drops her 80-ton rock snake right on top of you and crushes you into submission. Very into that. Jasmine, welcome to the next round. Now we got Morty, the 4th gym leader, the ghost type trainer, and Whitney, the 3rd gym leader, the normal type trainer. The temptation is to give Whitney some props for having the Miltank that scared so many a child back in the day. However, I cannot, in good conscience, reward a trainer, a gym leader at that, who is so unprofessional. I think I'm about to get a work call, just to let you know, so I'm probably gonna have to cut this video, but that's okay. Yep, there it is. We'll be back. I'll be back in just a second. Apologies for that. As I was saying, I can't in good conscience send a gym leader forward. These are people that are supposed to be behaving professionally. And to have someone after being defeated start crying and refuse to give you the gym badge you've earned, it just doesn't sit very well with me, Whitney. You gotta grow up a little bit. I hate to say it. Now, that's not to like say that it doesn't matter who's over here. I would have sent him forth. I'll be back in a couple seconds. Apologies part 2. Yeah, I can't send Whitney forward. She's a it leaves a bad taste in my mouth when you send your gym challenger out without rewarding with a badge. Now, again, that's not taken away from Morty. I think Morty's sick. I love the ghost type, even though Gen 2 didn't really add a lot of ghost type Pokemon. Mahogany Town is also... Wait, not Mahogany. Ecruteak. Ecruteak City is also one of my favorite. It's got the Tin Tower and the lore is really strong there. So I just love that city. It's also kind of the hub city once you pass Goldenrod and you get the different branching directions you can do. I really like that. So him being there, smack dab in the middle of the game, 4th gym leader. He's got a soft spot in my heart as well. Whitney, you don't deserve it. Now, between Jasmine and Morty, of the nice things I've said about them, I love the ghost type, but man, I'd be lying if I said I didn't really, really, really love the steel type. And it's cool having our first ghost gym leader. Again, the ghost type didn't really get its day on the catwalk in Gen 1, but really, really got some cool stuff going in Gen 2. And Morty's a problem. Morty is a tough gym leader. The Hypnosis Dream Eater combo on his Haunters and Gengar is... annoying is not a strong enough word to describe how I feel about it, but they do introduce the dark type, so you could tackle ghost types a little bit easier. Steel type is just all around really tough to handle, even to this day, so I think I'm going to give it to Jasmine. Although I think his design's cooler, I think Morty's like ghostly scarf is cooler, I'm going to give it to Jasmine here. All right, that's the left side of the bracket done. Right side. All right, am I going to be a hypocrite? Because here's the thing. Claire does the same thing that Whitney does. After successfully defeating her, because she is a whiny baby, she sends you into the dungeon and says, well, it doesn't count. You gotta go do 10,000 paces in the dungeon before you get the badge. Which is basically just like Whitney's reaction on steroids. It's even worse. And it's worse because the game, it'd be one thing if the game did it one time and said, haha, I'm just kidding, we're gonna give you the badge. For them to have the audacity to do it a second time, it's like, who's in charge of these gym leaders? There's gotta be some sort of board of directors. People are not behaving professionally. Now, that being said, she's got one of the slickest designs I've ever seen in my young adult. All right, speed run the rest of the Johto region. Claire's design, it's sick. Yeah, do I hate that she makes me go through the cave? I absolutely do. Bryson, I know he's the 7th gym leader, but to me, the ice type doesn't really bring enough to the table for him to... I do like the pun in Bryson, I'll give him that. And he's kind of like a cool, sophisticated old man, but he doesn't quite bring enough to the table for me. What's he got, like a Pilliswine? That's your ace? Although she has like a... No, she's got a Kingdra. That's sick. Give it to Claire. We'll give it to Claire here. Look, is it a little hypocritical of me to send Whitney to the Shadow Realm for being a baby and then give Claire a pass? Yes, but it's Claire. All right, now we got Chuck versus Falconer. Again, look... The first gym leaders are just going to get sent to the Shadow Realm. Unfortunately, they're just so... This man's got a Spearow and a Pidgeotto. Or maybe it was a Pidgey and a Pidgeotto. Not even any new Johto Pokemon. Very forgettable in my personal opinion, as much as I love the flying type. This man's got a Poliwrath, and while that's a Gen 1 Pokemon, he may actually not even have any Gen 2 Pokemon either, so I'm once again being a hypocrite. However, I respect Chuck quite a bit, and he's got the dad bod going, which I also very much respect. All right, Dragon type Claire, Fighting type Chuck. I like them both. Their teams are both really, really good. I know I gave Blaine in Gen 1 a little bit of bonus credit for his gym being on an island. Got Cyanwood here for Chuck as well, but he doesn't really make you go through any hoops. You kind of just walk in and beat him. His gym's really actually quite boring. Claire's got some cool theming to her gym. By the way, I'm going based off of like Gold and Silver. I know that most of these get reworks in like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Like he's got a cool waterfall rushing on his head you have to turn off. That's pretty BA, but I'm gonna give it to Claire again. The type is cooler. I like the dragon type a little bit cooler. Her design is unbelievably clean. And she's the final gym leader in the entire game. There's some severe power to that. All right. Our final two gym leaders in the Johto bracket fight. Who's the best leader in the Johto region? It is between Jasmine, the steel type, and Claire, the dragon type. Two of my probably top 5 favorite types. What are my top 5 favorite types? Steel, dragon, fire, dark, and maybe psychic? I don't know. The 5th one's a little up in the air, but these are 2 of them for sure. Really cool types. Both have very powerful Pokemon. Jasmine's gym is once again rather boring. I don't think she even has any trainers in it. Her gym challenge is almost the lighthouse that you meet her at the top of. That's almost her gym, and then meeting her in the actual gym building is just a formality. So Claire certainly has a cooler factor. She's got a cooler gym aesthetic. I would give her that. I think Claire also has a cooler character design as well. I would give her that. Maybe it's the cape, I don't know. The gloves, something about it brings it home for me. The design is just really, really good. The like light blue periwinkle hair is really cool too. There's something about Jasmine though. Is it that she shows up in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl randomly and I'm like, that's her! I remember her. Does she show up in the anime maybe and that's why I've got some sort of sentimental attachment to Jasmine? Or is it just seeing her outside of her normal gym leader role caring for a Pokemon in need? Something about that like breaks the 4th wall between, you know, I'm a gym leader and I'm a human being. And I like that. There's something about that I think the newer generations do that really well. Some of the middle generations, the gym leaders essentially exist just to be gym leaders. They don't do anything outside of their role as gym leaders. It's very cool from a story perspective to see Jasmine do that. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Jasmine here. Hey, I'm about to get another call. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider showing some support down below, liking, commenting, subscribing. I will have the link to this down below if you'd like to complete it yourself and show me, Banjo's very upset, who your favorite Gen 2 gym leader is. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.